The sky is pitch black. What time is it? You turn to check the clock. Hello everybody, it's your girl Jessica17 and welcome to Do Not Take This Cat Home. I don't know what this game is about other than I'm not supposed to take this cat home. I was given a list of warnings before I started, so I'll make sure to put probably content warnings flying across the screen right now, as well as more detailed ones in the description. My understanding is this is a game that has multiple endings, so we'll see. Maybe we'll play through it once, maybe we'll play through it twice. Really just kind of depends on how long it is. So without further ado, we will just kind of hop into it. Yes, the French accent is still there from Charles from Red Dead Redemption 2. It's not going away. It's just gonna randomly pop up. Been popping up randomly through my day-to-day life. It's a fun time. Anyway, start. You're not having a great day as usual. Oh, well, that's a bummer. Oh, great. It's the first time in a while that you felt like going out. But in the middle of your walk, it starts to rain. Typical, but maybe this is just a sign that you should have stayed home today. Oh, whoops. Yeah, you can always try again tomorrow, right? You turn to head home when... Kitty? Huh? What was that? There are only a few people around on the street. I'm gonna drink my coffee, I haven't finished it yet. Makes sense due to the increase of missing persons around the area recently. Well, that and the weather. But none of them react to the sound at all. Oh, so everyone's just like ignoring this fucking cat? Curiosity guiding your steps, you follow the sound to the entrance of a dark, dingy alleyway. You timidly enter the alley and walk forward. The ground dampened by the rain makes your steps sound louder and more confident than you actually feel. Kitty! Finally, the sound source comes into view in the cold, dim light of the alley. At the end of the alley, in a big cardboard box... Oh, he's a cat! Look at that cute baby! Now the game's setting out to take you home, but I'm not good at listening. Huh. Guess that should have been obvious. It's an interesting looking cat. Its pretty yellow eyes shine like gold among the dark sea of its black fur. Oh, it puts its front paws up on the edge of the box and looks up at you. God damn it. That's the sound I'm making. This is so cute! Accurate! And it definitely knows it. You've never had much of an opinion one way or another about cats before. Actually, I have an opinion. I like them, but I'm allergic, so I can't have them. But if they're all like this one, it's a shock they haven't already found a way to rule the world. That's debatable. They might. You don't think you'd mind bowing down to a feline overlord? I mean, no. You look around the alley with a small frown. Who leaves cats in a cardboard box these days anyways? Wouldn't they just jump out and leave the box eventually? Actually, my son found a cat in a cardboard box once, but it was closed, so someone had it out for that cat. That was awful. We took it to a shelter. The cat doesn't answer you. Obviously. It also doesn't do as you suggest and leave the box. It's just looking at you. As if waiting for you to make the next move. Option 1, don't take the cat home. Option 2, take the cat home. This is a game with multiple endings, so... Oh wait, can I quick save? Quick save. Fuck yeah. We're gonna not take it home, see if that ends the game, and obviously if that ends the game, we'll just kind of pop back. Alright. With a sigh, you take a decisive step back. As cute as the cat is, you really can't afford to be taking in a pet on a whim. Rent's coming up soon and your job doesn't exactly leave you rolling in dough. You give the cat a sad nod. Sorry. Good luck out here, okay? You turn around and leave the cat in the alley behind you. Rain's picking up. I'm not happy. Time to head home. Ending? Niara fool! Oh, nice. Okay, what do I start? We'll go quick load. Yeah, quick load. Yeah, now we take it home. We got ending number 1 out of the way. Now taking the cat. We listen to the game. Now we take the cat. You know what? You reach into the box and pick the cat up, holding it out in front of you. Why not? It's cute. You're all alone and well, I'm kind of in the same boat myself, so you bring the cat close. You didn't realize it was shivering until just then, but it slowly breathes easier as it presses into your chest. Why not stick together, right? At least for a little while. That's so cute. I like it. You think a little while will probably be more like a day. You'll be responsible and take it to the shelter tomorrow. But for now, let's get you out of the rain, okay? That's so cute. The cat noises are gonna get me. You stop by a small local pet store for some cat food, then head back home. You live in a modest apartment. 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom. 1 you living alone in it. Okay. Say it a little ominously. It feels weird having another living being inside it after so long. Even if it is just a cat. Oh. After locking the front door and placing the cat on the floor, you watch for a moment as it curiously explores the new environment. Leaving the feline to its own devices, you set about making the both of you some dinner. You take out the can of cat food and open it with the tab on top. You put some cat food on a saucer and click your tongue to call the cat over to you. I'm assuming? It perks up at your beckoning and rushes over. It looks at the plate of food. And completely ignores it. Not hungry, I guess. You try not to let it annoy you. The cat doesn't understand the concept of money to appreciate that you spent your hard-earned cash on it. It's just a cat after all. I'll just leave it here if you get hungry later, okay? The cat rubs its body against your leg with a purr. You smile. That's enough of a thanks for you. It follows you into the kitchen as you start your own dinner. You decide that you have enough ingredients for a sandwich. Bread toasted, mayo and mustard spread, turkey and cheese and lettuce perfectly balanced, tomato sliced. Ah! Ow! You wince as you cut your finger on the knife while slicing the tomato. Stupid. You feel a little embarrassed for such a blunder and sigh, tossing the knife onto the cutting board. You're about to head to the bathroom for a bandage when the cat hops up on the counter. It sniffs at the knife and meows almost pointedly at you. Don't worry, I'm alright. It was just a... Huh? You watch as the cat starts to lick lightly but enthusiastically at the blood on the knife. Oh, this cat's gonna kill me! At your blood. You're so shocked by that by the time you come to your senses, the knife has been completely licked clean. The cat sits back staring at you. This cat's gonna murder me. You feel a little uneasy. That's an understatement. Sure, cats are meat-eating predators, but that was a little weird, right? Sure, you're no cat expert, but that was definitely not something an ordinary cat would do. Right? Are you trying to tell me that it's something an ordinary cat would totally do, cat? Feels like that's what you're trying to tell me. Well, regardless, you're not about to abandon a cat in need while it's still raining outside. Not after all your efforts. You're going to take it to the shelter tomorrow anyway. What's one night of awkwardness? It better not kill me in my sleep. Weird or not, it's just a cat. It's just a prank hand. The rest of the evening, unfortunately, goes downhill from there. Even after covering up your fingers cut with a bandage, the cat keeps trying to lick at the wound. While you're eating your sandwich. While you're cleaning up the kitchen. While trying to watch TV. You gently push it away every time, but you're starting to get worried at the strange behavior. What if it's got a taste for blood and thinks you're your food now? You're not sure what you'll do if it starts to get more aggressive. I will smack a cat if I have to. You keep thinking about the cat food sitting in the corner, untouched. I'd have shoved this cat out the door, thrown it back into the rain. I'm not dealing with it. Come on, enough already. You shove it away a little more forcefully this time out of annoyance. You feel bad immediately, but before you can do anything, the cat meows sharply at you and dashes off around the corner and into the hall. You sigh deeply. At this point, you're just worried that it's gonna take a bite out of you in your sleep. That's a reasonable fear. Maybe a vet will have an idea on how to calm it down. You can only hope. You don't have many other options left other than tossing the cat out into the rain. After finding the number of a local vet, you pick up your landline and you... Oh? I didn't even click anything. The lights just went out? Great. Just great. Rain must have knocked out the power. You check your cell phone only to find that it's out of batteries. You must have forgotten to charge it before leaving out earlier. The outing had been so spur of the moment that you had no doubt messed with your usual routine. It had no doubt messed with the usual routine. You grab a flashlight and turn it on. I'm beginning to hate this. Well, it's a horror game. It's quiet. It's too quiet. Did the rain stop? But then, why did the power go out? You look outside. The sky is pitch black. What time is it? You turn to check the clock. The cat sits on top of your digital clock staring at you. It says kill and help, right? Kill, help, kill, help. Thinking now, you realize the clock shouldn't be working at all with the power outage, but the numbers are lit up and are going completely haywire. The cat stares at you. It's completely still. You think it was a statue if you didn't know any better. It's not giving off any indication that it's alive. It's not blinking. It's not even breathing, but its eyes. This isn't normal. That's a fucking understatement, me. You're afraid. You want to run, but you're afraid of letting the cat out of your sight. You consider tossing the cat out after all. But as soon as this thought enters your head, you feel a sharp urge to vomit. Those eyes. Its eyes hold you still. Even with your flashlight trained on it. Its pupils are large, round, and bitch, goddamn, don't do that! I'm not done reading! The flashlight flickers. Oh, fuck me. Okay, I'm dead. And the cat is gone. Fear immediately grips your mind. The silence punctuated with the rapid pumping of your blood in your heart, is overwritten as your ears slowly start to pick up the sound of static all around you. How is the clock working with no power? You don't know why such questions matter at the moment, but you feel as if having the answer will make sense out of everything that's happening. That order will be restored. Hey, that's a human thing. We need like an answer to one thing minimum. But no answer comes to mind. You back away from the clock, and feel as if the air itself coils tightly and abruptly in response, like a predator prepared to pounce. Ooh, I'm struggling to read today. But waiting for your next move. But you're afraid to move. You're afraid to even take a breath. But you can't stay still forever, right? Whatever's watching you, you can already feel its impatience. It's too eager. You don't know how you know this, but you can sense it clearly as if it had whispered. Fuck you. Okay, that wasn't horrifying. Right into your ear. It did both ears, by the way. It did that. Also, are these in the right ear? I just want to make sure this is not gonna be like a binaural thing that I fuck up because I don't have my earbuds in right into your soul. Yeah, I think my soul left my body. It won't let you wait it out. Not that you could even if you did. You can't stay here. You have to run. With this thought, a sudden primal instinct awakens within you, making you tear yourself into a hasty burst of movement, of action. But you're still weak from the fear's grip on your mind. Your legs tangle together under you in your haste and you fall to the ground. Oh, God. Fuck. Am I dead? A sharp pain explodes in the center of your foot. At first, you think you've broken your ankle, but something warm and wet trickles down the length of your foot, pooling underneath it. You hear the sound of metal scraping on the tiles after skidding across the floor, as if it had been kicked. Winded from your fall, you look up in a daze and see the object glinting in a strange light coming from outside. The light pouring in from your now open front door. Thoughts of how, when, who, what in regards of your inexplicably open door stretch to a halt, as your brain finally identifies the metallic object you've been staring at. It's your kitchen knife. And it's still tinted red for your earlier blunder, but that's not right. Wasn't it completely licked clean by the... You gulp dryly at the pain in your foot. You barely have time to wonder how the knife ended up on your living room floor to be stepped on, instead of resting on your cutting board in the kitchen where you left it. When you spy something in the darkness just beyond the knife. It spies right back at you. A pair of glowing golden eyes come forward as the cat emerges from the shadows into the light from your doorway. It pads lightly over to the knife as if skipping in delight. It bends down to lap at the blood dripping from the blade. Ah. Your senses slowly begin to overwhelm you. The chill of the air as it starts to suffocate you under its weight. The sound of your shaky breath discordant against the static now piercing your skin. The dryness on your tongue spreading to your throat. The incomprehensible sight of the stray you'd taken in, licking away at your kitchen knife, once again completely clean. The scent of blood fresh from the wound on your foot. Blood. Golden eyes slide up to you as if in response to your sudden realization. Blood. You're hurt. Your foot is bleeding. You're bleeding. You're bleeding. The cat barely moves, shoulders twitching as if just considering the act of pouncing forward. But you're already on your feet and out the door. You run, or rather limp, down the empty street. The sky is black and bleeding red, but there's a strange light emitting from nowhere that casts everything else as white. The houses, the trees, the road, even you. Everything. Except your blood. You can just barely glimpse the bloody imprint of your injured foot leaves in your wake with every impact it makes with the ground. It hurts. It hurts. But you can't stop. You don't stop. Not when the shadow grows around you. Not when you feel the glaze of eyes all over you. Not when the road ahead of you is darkened by a long shadow of something behind you. Even then, you don't stop running, because if that's the cat right there ahead of you, then what in the world is behind you? Well, I gotta look behind me. The moment I'm told, oh, look behind. Huh? Interesting. How very, very interesting. Ending what? Ending 0, but wait. What? Endings? It begins complete. Something happened. You think anyway, you can't really remember what. Oh my god, how many fucking endings are there? 40! I should have read off the top. Oh, I'm so stupid. It's fine. Ah. If I look behind me again, is it the same thing? Yeah, okay. No. Well, then we'll keep running then. We'll keep running. No, keep running. We go. Did I hit look behind? Huh, interesting. Very interesting. Am I not? I'm so stupid is what I am. Load. No, keep running. So I looked behind and I kept running and I didn't go anywhere? Oh, do I? Continue. Oh, continue? You're walking. Right, of course. It's the first time in a while that you felt like going out. Okay, so... And you're actually glad that you did. Oh! The weather is absolutely perfect today. That's a good sign, right? Maybe your luck is finally starting to turn around. You tentatively allow yourself to feel excited for the possibilities of where you could go or what you could do. Maybe even who you could meet. You're so deep in thought that you almost miss it. Huh? What was that? Curiosity guiding your steps, you follow the sound to the entrance of a lonely alleyway. The sunlight only just manages to reach down in between the tall buildings on either side. You timidly enter the alley and walk forward, the loose gravel and scattered debris on the ground softening your steps. Finally, the sound source comes into view in the warm, almost ethereal light of the alley. At the end of the alley, in a big cardboard box, is a cat. Huh. Guess that should have been obvious. It's an interesting looking cat. Its pretty yellow eyes shine like gold amongst the dark sea of its black fur. It puts its front paws on the edge of the box and looks up at you. So... You look so... familiar, right? Oh, it's one of these games! I should have clicked a second ago, but... Then again, it is a cat. Not many different ways for a standard black cat to look, after all. This one sure is a cutie, though. Just look. It's not glaring at you or hissing at you for getting this close like other stray cats have in the past. It's just sitting there, patiently, waiting for you to do something. I'm not gonna Sadly, as cute as the cat is, you'd never take this thing home with you. You just can't take it home with you. You're a responsible adult. You are, with rent and bills to pay for, not to mention you need to buy food to survive too. There's no way you could care for a cat long term, right? You can barely afford this little outing on your day off. Oh, you're persistent. What to do? Oh, I have a lot of saves. Fuck me. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, that's absolutely... Oh, shit. There's question marks. I can't resist question marks. What's that mean? Oh, I'm not ready. Play with the cat? Oh, you just want a little attention, don't you? Poor thing must be bored sitting in that box all day. You're not sure you're much of an interesting companion, but you're willing to do your best. There's gotta be something you can entertain the little critter with. But what? Check pockets. You dig into your pockets. You find a small piece of string in your left pocket. Not very helpful. The string is far too short. An eager and excited cat leaping for it could easily lead to you getting bitten and scratched. In your right pocket is a bar of chocolate. Not too helpful either right now. Can cats not have chocolate? Dogs can't have chocolate. The only other thing you've got on you is your phone. It's not much of anything the cat can play with, but there is something you can do. Photo montage! That's cute. Well, that was fun, right? Well, you enjoyed yourself. With nothing else to do and no intention of taking the cat home, you decide it's probably best to just leave. You don't want a cat to get too attached after all. At least you'll have some memories to take with you. Okay, see you around, I guess. Good luck. Okay. You turn and walk away. Fuck me, I can't read that fast! Your phone just got a message. You open it up and... What? Aren't I a cutie? Cool, cool, cool. It's a picture of a familiar-looking cat. Huh? The cat does look cute and happier in the picture. But it's not a picture you recognize. What the heck? Did I... You didn't take this picture. You peek over your shoulder at the cat. But the cat is simply looking at you. I think I need to move things because if there's smaller text, I want to say that a little quieter, and I think I need my mic a little closer because it's not going to cure me at all. It mews sadly as if pleading you to come back. I gotta go. You ignore the cat and briskly walk out of the alley without another look. Yeah, GTFO. Phew! That was weird. You're a good distance away when... Not again! You reluctantly look at the new message and... Don't ignore me. Creeped out, you decide to just go home. I know you're seeing these. Come back. Come back. Why do I keep looking at my phone? At this point, my phone would be turned off or on Do Not Disturb. One of the two. Come back. Oh, your eyes are your entire face now, little buddy. Oh, I hate it. Why? Ah, icky. No, I don't want it. Oh, come back, 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 come back. Don't fucking jump scare me. Don't fucking jump scare me. Oh, hi, creepy eyeball. Hate that. I can see you. That's cool. No, you can't, bitch. God, this is a lot of imagery I don't like. I can always see you. You can't hide. I'll always find you. Is that a uwu? That feels like a uwu. Your eyes dart around nervously, certain that you're being followed. But there's nothing there. I think my creamer was bad. Sorry, I'm having this like nasty taste in my mouth. You're finally home, but you feel too shaken to for any relief to calm you down. You rush to the bathroom and slam the door behind you. Everything's okay. This isn't real. It's just like a bad dream. Everything's okay. You fumble in the dark to turn on the sink and splash your face with some cold water. Why didn't I turn on the light in this place? Sorry. Hoping it will calm your mind and stop the hallucinations. Because that's all they are, right? Hallucinations. You're really regretting leaving home today. You must have been overworking yourself more than you realized. Yeah, that must be... You jumped as your phone alerted you to yet another message received. Fucking ignore it! Why would I check it? The phone vibrates insistently over and over, but you can't look. You keep your eyes squeezed shut, your fingers tightly gripping the sink. In your mind, you beg whoever or whatever is doing this to just stop already. Please, please, please just put me out of my misery. You mutter this quietly. You don't really mean it. You don't. But as the words take shape in the darkest corners of your mind, the phone immediately stops vibrating. You'd think that this would give you relief. But you don't. But you only feel dread sinking heavily into your stomach. You can feel eyes on you. You can feel puffs of air on the back of your neck, damp and deep and slow. You take a deep breath and open your eyes. You look at the mirror. Nothing. You peek around the room. Still nothing. Nothing at all. But you know that something is in there, waiting to be acknowledged, for you to accept the fact of its existence. Only then will it design to give you peace, to free you from a life of constantly looking over your shoulder, of fearing your own image, your own reflection. You can feel its patience, limitless and old. You can't win against it in a war of, adoration? I am an illiterate bitch. Okay. Attrition? Fuck. Your lifespan will long expire before it tires of you, so you close your eyes and accept it. Dead, as I assume. As your head is severed from your neck, you're filled with peace, grateful that at the very least, you never had to see it, whatever it was. Ending 31 headshot. Well, we've got things to load. In a minute. Fuck, I need coffee, this is bad.
A few moments later.
I think we're gonna just load from... We'll load from here. I don't mind loading from, like... We'll go, like, most recent back. So we'll check phone. Probably see a horrible thing. With shaking hands, you look at your phone. Hi, friend. Hi, unsettling bitch. Oh! What? Startled, you whirl around and instinctively jump back. You slip? Smashing the back of your head into the bathroom mirror. You don't register the pain just yet, your eyes shifting wildly around the room. There's nothing there. Nothing at all. You feel dizzy. You dazedly feel the back of your head and examine your hand. You can't really see anything, but it feels warm and wet. The smell of copper fills the air. The dizziness overwhelms you and you collapse on the bathroom tiles. Help! You reach for your phone to call an ambulance. The batteries are dead. Ending 30. Photo bomber. Alright! Okay. We're just gonna keep... We'll do this. So we played with the cat. What if we feed the cat? The cat must be hungry, right? You can't imagine that it's had much to eat if it's so attached to that box it's in. Though it doesn't seem malnourished either. Surely it must have left the box to search for food then. For some reason, something in the back of your mind tells you that's not the case, and not to think on it any further. Well, either way, you can't exactly enjoy your day out knowing you left behind a hungry cat, especially when you could have done something to help it. So, what to do about the hungry kitty? Look around the area. You glance around the dark, dingy alley and only see garbage bags, trash bins, empty cardboard boxes, and scattered litter here and there. If there were something for the cat to eat, surely it would have found it by now, right? But you don't want to just give up so easily. You keep looking. You look and only see garbage. You sniff and only smell garbage. You listen. Treach? What the fuck? That's what I think that sounds like. You just barely make out the sound of faint scurrying by a trash bin a few feet away. Quietly, oh so quietly, you creep over to the bin and you lunge. Well, you weren't very graceful in your attempt. You stumble and knock over a stack of nearby boxes full of more trash. But as you stand up, grasped in your hand is a small mouse. I hate the way the mouse sounds. It sounds like nails on chalkboard. Oh, sorry, thinking about that just made me feel like that feeling of nails on chalkboard. Sorry. The mouse squeaks and shrieks in distress, wiggling and struggling desperately in your grip. You're holding it tightly and carefully too tightly and carefully for it to be able to bite or scratch you, though. It wears itself out eventually and looks up at you with black eyes. It's completely at your mercy. No, feed the cat. Oh, the mouse looks scared as if it can sense your intentions. I should have saved. It weakly starts to struggle again. The mouse is reluctant. Oh, I've already started. I'm not gonna feed the cat me. Is the mouse gonna haunt me? Are all the animals evil? You feed the mouse to the cat. The cat tears it apart instantly. God, that's awful. The mouse's pain squeaks and squeals pierce through you until they're abruptly cut off. Satisfied, the cat mewls happily at you, red tinting its fangs. The cat curls up in its now blood-stained box and goes to sleep. You take the chance to leave. A well-fed cat will likely follow you home after all. And cute as the cat is, you really can't afford a pet right now. Still feeling a little guilty about the mouse, you decide to go home. The quietest walk home. After a long walk home, you finally enter your apartment. You head straight for your room and collapse on your bed, falling into a fitful sleep. Later, you wake up. Fuck. Ow! The squeaking and scurrying noises all around you. So loud and constant they sound like screams in the darkness of your room. You see the shifting shadows of hundreds of mice surrounding your bed. You try to run. Ah! But you cry out as twin lances. Fuck me. Okay. But you cry out as a twin lances of pain races up your leg. You fall off the bed in your attempt to escape. The hordes of mice dodging you as you crash to the ground. You can't stand up. Looking back and squinting in the dark, you just about make out the source of your pain. Oh! The flesh and tendons of your heels and ankles are mangled, bitten through your socks. No! No! Leave me alone! Desperate, you crawl with only your arms towards the door. The mice descend upon you. Ugh. Biting into your skin. Gnawing away pieces of you. You start to fade in and out of consciousness, but you still reach up for the doorknob. Your arm heavy, weighed down by the mice clinging to it with little claws and tiny teeth, you manage to jostle the knob enough for the door to slowly swing open. Fuck. Oh! But your outstretched arm suddenly falls to the ground, lifeless. The mice manage to chew through the flesh and bone of your now dismembered limb. As few mice creep forward to curiously inspect your arm, you stare blankly at it for a moment before sliding your gaze up. In the newly opened doorway stands a familiar-looking mouse. It stares at you. The darkness in its beady black eyes, you can't begin to measure their depths. Nor the hatred pouring out from within them. All of it aimed at you. Ah! You collapse, hitting the floor as your other arm is eaten away as well. You're not sure how you're still conscious. The pain should be undescribable. And yet, you feel a cold sense of loss. The mice have clustered along your back now, gnawing and ripping their way between your shoulder blades, into your back, into your chest. You weakly cough up blood. They must have damaged something important. You feel something being pulled out of you. And in between the moments that blankets of darkness fade out at your vision, you hear something wet plop on the ground in front of you. You pry your eyes open and see it in front of the mouse. Weirdly shaped red with your blood and pulsing, and oh, that's your heart, isn't it? The other mice all descend upon it, abandoning your half-eaten body. You're losing a lot of blood. You feel sleepy, but you also feel anger? Yes. So much anger. How dare they? How dare they? The last thing you see before your vision fails you is a pair of glowing eyes leering in front of the darkness beyond the doorway. Oh, hi, Rosie. You've scared the dickens out of me. You can hear squeaks and shrieks of terror all around you. Low yowls, deep snarls, gnashing teeth, tearing flesh. As your remaining senses leave you, you smile weakly with the last of your strength when something with soft, slightly damp, and slick fur nuzzles your cheek. Good kitty. Ending 27, well fed. Okay. Hey, there are a lot of endings. How many have I gotten through? I've gotten 4 of 40. Well, I'm gonna be very honest. This is a game that I really like, and we're gonna keep going for a bit more. So what happens if we feed the cat? Yes. What? Mine tells you that's not the case. Yeah, I don't think any further. Either way, I can't exactly. Blah, blah, blah. Look around the area, obviously. Yep. So I want to get... Yeah, got the thing. Oh, look, you're so... Oh, no! Gotta spare the mouse. I know. Are you sure? Yes, spare the mouse. You can hear that the cat's stomach. You can hear the cat's stomach growling. It must be so hungry. It must be starving. Spare the mouse. They ate me last time. Jesus Christ. You know the cat is hungry. Why are you hesitating? You caught prey for the cat's sake, didn't you? Are you really going to value the life of a filthy rodent more than the cat's? The mouse looks scared as if it can sense your intentions. It weakly starts to struggle again. The mouse is reluctant. Spare the mouse! Jesus Christ. Okay, sorry. Well, you're mocking me, aren't you? Last chance. hand over the prey now. The way that I read it, spare the mouse. That's how I read that in my head. Spare the mouse. You let the mouse go. It scurries away, squeezing into a tiny hole in the wall, but you don't pay it much mind. You don't flinch as a giant clawed paw slowly falls in front of you, blocking your path to the alley's entrance. Not that you had any delusions about escaping. The cat is hungry, after all. You close your eyes in acceptance as the paw gently pulls you back, and... Alright, 1926, a life is spared. Ooh, wait. No, I want to quick load. Yes. So feed them. So we're gonna do that. It's gonna be like, no, don't do it. The mouse is. So I spare the mouse, and then it's like, you're fucking mocking me. Yeah. And over the prey. No. Okay, feed the mouse the cat. Me to the cat. You feed the mouse to the cat. The cat tears it apart instantly. So what I'm wondering though is if it's going to repeat the same thing. The mouse's pain squeaks and squeals pierce through you until they're abruptly cut off. Satisfied, yeah. Great, the cat curls up, bloodstained box. Cool. You really can't afford it right now. Okay, so yeah, I feel guilty. I run home. I could just hit the space bar a few times. Is it just going to be the mice again? Yeah. Alright, skip. Okay. Go back over here. We fed the cat. We've played the cat. With the cat. Can I do this yet? You are not ready. Okay, fine. I'm not ready. Leave the cat. You don't think it's a good idea to get the cat's hopes up of having someone look after it if you're not willing to commit. What if it gets attached to and somehow tracks you down back to your home? You'd never get away. Oh, fuck you! You really... You'd never get away from it. Sorry, see you around, I guess. Oh, it even fucking... Okay, interesting. Sorry, see you around, I guess. You stand up, the cat watching your every move. You make it halfway out of the alley when the cat meows almost pitifully at you. So it'll be a quick load, it'll be fine. We'll do like a regular save. We know how that one turns out, so I'm not even stressed about it. Alright, ignore. Nope. Nope. You need to nip this in the butt and get on with your day. It's what's best for both of you. You leave the alley and continue on your way. Wait, what was I doing? In all the excitement of dealing with your furry dilemma, you'd forgotten that you still hadn't decided on what you were going to do for your day off. Ooh! Watch a movie, go to the carnival. What? Go watch a movie. Oh, I should have saved. Fuck me. It's been a while since a film came out that looked interesting enough for you to drag yourself to a movie theater. But there's a showing of one such film at the old theater. The movie was a little too niche to be picked up by the new cinema that opened right across the street. That's okay though, you're not exactly a fan of the crowds. And nothing ruins the experience of watching a new movie for you more than a noisy audience. Go to the old theater. You eagerly buy your ticket from the kind old man in the booth and head inside. It's barren of any trace of other people, and the decor looks like it hasn't changed since the 80s. Maybe even the 70s? But it's what you're counting on. It's what you were counting on. You consider buying some popcorn, but you can't help but be concerned that everything at the concession stand might be expired. You move on and walk through the halls, finally locating the theater designated on your ticket stub. As expected, the theater your movie will be playing in is completely empty. Perfect. You pick a spot right in the middle, even counting the seats and taking into consideration the gap of the stairs. As you settle in, the dim lights fade away, leaving the room pitch black for a few seconds. Before the screen flickers on, no commercials or trailers pop up, the movie just begins. Please, you shrug and let yourself get immersed in the opening scene, but just as you're getting into the premise, the doors open behind you, momentarily casting light into the room and ruining the atmosphere. You hold in a frustrated sigh. It's a public establishment after all. The place can't exactly afford to stay open if you're the only customer. You try to refocus on the movie, but your sense of the new presence slowly shifting around the theater before heading in your general direction. What? You gape in utter disbelief as the stranger shuffles down the aisle, only to sit right in front of you. There's no one else here and plenty of space to sit. The stranger is also unusually tall. Even with the stadium-like arrangement of the seats being on a somewhat steep incline, they're completely blocking your view. I'm gonna move to another spot. You don't want to risk escalating the situation any further. This whole thing is already making you uneasy. Why would they choose to sit right in front of you? Surely they know you wouldn't be able to see past them. Shaking your head with a passive-aggressive scoff in the stranger's direction, you reluctantly pick another, less perfect seat in the theater. But as you settle down, you see the strange person get up, only to once again sit down in the seat directly in front of you. You look around somewhat helpless, as if waiting for someone to silently agree with you about how odd all of this is, or at least inform you that it's all an elaborate prank. But there's no one else here with you. That's how you've always liked it, but you can't help but think that maybe it would be nice to have someone else here if it meant not being alone with this weird jerk. We'll keep going down this path. You move again. And again, they sit right in front of you. You're bristled, annoyed, and a little humiliated. Are they getting a kick out of this or something? You've wasted enough time with this jerk that you don't even know what's going on in the movie anymore. Confront the stranger. It's probably going to be a bad time. You hate confrontation. You can already feel your palms starting to sweat at the idea of it. I've never heard something more relatable. Nope, that's debatable. Sometimes I'm okay with confrontation. Other times I would like to avoid it. Your throat's closing up and your body's starting to shake. You've always been more of a flighter than a fighter, but you paid for this ticket. You've wanted to watch this movie for ages, and now this total stranger has ruined the entire experience for you. You're all alone in this theater. There's no one who'll help you if something goes wrong, but you're angry enough that you ignore the sign of your body begging you to put as much distance as you can between yourself and the stranger. You stand up. Even standing and higher up on the incline, the stranger is still at least a head taller than you. Oh, I'm fucked. I'm very worried. The movie continues to play in the background, but you feel as if a hush immediately falls heavily over the theater at your movement, as if you can sense the stranger anticipating what you plan to do next. You square your shoulders and force a little bass in your voice. Hey! The effort makes your words come out a bit more harshly than you intended, like a sudden and vicious bark. But you figure they deserve it anyway. You're being a real jerk, you know that? Just what are you playing at, huh? Are you trying to piss me off? The silence that follows your words is deafening. So much so that you glance at the screen only to find that the movie has paused? Your attention is ripped back to the stranger in front of you as they shift slightly, like a small animal trying desperately to anticipate the move of a predator. You don't move an inch. You don't look away. You don't dare blink. Instead, your eyes widen as the person's head turns. Then turns some more. Then turns more beyond what they should be possible, neck bones cracking, to face you directly. You can't move. Oh, I guess it'd be like, Wide, glowing eyes resting above a wider, grinning mouth gaze down at you. The stranger opens their mouth, and what comes out is something impossible to comprehend. The voice is endlessly deep and creaking like a weighty door, foreboding and oddly melodic. Alluring. But it also snaps you out of your terrified trance, and before you know it, you're already out the door. Yeah, time to GTFO, buddy! You run through the halls of the empty theater, heading for the exit. You feel something watching you from behind, but you're too afraid to look. The exit is in sight. You sprint forward and burst through the doors. You look around frantically and spot the crowded cinema across the street. People, that's what you need. Safety in numbers and all that. Without thinking, you rush into the street and a sinking sensation crawls down your spine, compelling you to look behind you. Don't look behind you, don't look behind you, don't look behind you, don't look behind you. Go to the new cinema. Refusing to even risk a peek over your shoulder, you rush across the street to the new cinema theater. You didn't realize that it felt like you've been surrounded by some kind of dreadful pressure. Until very suddenly it vanishes, leaving you feeling more than a little shaken. But at least breathing comes easier. You think it's within your best interest to repress everything that just happened. Yeah. Deciding to wait for the movie you've been anticipating to be available on DVD or streaming. You join the long line outside the new cinema. By the time you've reached the ticket booth, you just want to get inside. So you pick a movie at random and take your ticket from the tired-looking teenager managing the booth. The decor is chic and sleek, and the inside is bustling with people. It's not what you're usually into, but it's kind of nice not being alone, even if you feel a little lonely watching families and groups of friends laughing amongst themselves. You get some popcorn, but the line at the concession stands are long and the prices are criminal anyway. You go through the halls and follow the sign to the theater designated on your ticket before heading inside. You sigh at the sight of an absolutely crowded theater. You head towards a seat only to be told by the person next to it that it's being saved for someone. This happens a few more times before you finally manage to get yourself settled into a seat annoyingly off-center to the screen. But the screen is at least visible, if not a little too close, so you grit your teeth and bear it. The lights fade out, but the chatter doesn't. The rest of the audience seems content to talk through the commercials and even through the trailers. You figure the chatter will stop when the movie actually begins, but it doesn't get even slightly quieter as the opening scene starts to play out. You sigh out loud, not thinking anyone will hear you anyway. This is why you avoid movie theaters like the plague. That's bright. Ow. Oh! Hello! Suddenly the screen changes, showing the face of a black cat. A familiar black cat. Confused murmurs fill the room, but then the cat on the screen meows. The sound is strange and not at all like any cat should sound. Haunting, almost melodic, and layered as if made of multiple voices of different creatures. Creatures that would probably never say. You sit in confusion, wondering why you haven't already gotten up and left to complain to the cinema staff, but then you hear it. It's scattered and dissonant at first, but among the crowd, people start to chant along with the cat on the screen. I don't need to listen to that twice. Soon the entire room is chanting in perfect unison, everyone staring intently at the cat on the screen. You're feeling strangely drawn to the screen yourself, but the compulsion to stare blankly like the others isn't that strong. For now. Also, you start to notice out of the corner of your eye that some of the people in your immediate vicinity are looking at you. No. They're outright staring holes into you, even as they continue chanting. They don't miss a beat as they slowly begin to frown at you in blatant disapproval. Their scowls deepen as time goes on, as if they're getting impatient. Hold on, I need another save slot. Wait, what's this? Okay, so wait a second. Oh, is this like automatic? Oh, I didn't realize that. That's good to know. Anyway, try to blend in. Thinking fast, you look at the screen and begin to chant in tandem with the crowd. Nya, 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 ah, ah, ah. Nya, 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 ah, ah, ah. You feel the harshness of their collective gaze start to ebb away. The air in the theater becoming lighter once again. You release air shakily, realizing that you'd been holding your breath earlier. You feel stuck. Surely you can't just up and leave now. Not after whatever all that was. The people around you all seem fine now, but there's no telling if they'd get aggressive at you for even moving too much. Never mind outright getting up and leaving. You decide to let this run its course. Hopefully someone will come along, right? Or at least turn the film off. You continue to chant along with everyone. Yeah, 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 You start to feel lightheaded. You feel as if you could fall asleep, but your eyes don't feel heavy in the slightest. You try to look around and gauge others' emotional state, but you can't seem to look away from the screen. You try again, but you're still locked into eye contact with the cat on screen. That's an awful sound, by the way. Great sound design. It's awful and I hate it. Yeah, 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 You attempt to physically force your line of vision away. You steel your nerves, ready to throw yourself to the ground if you need to, but your body only gets as far as tensing up for a moment before completely losing itself again, making you lay back limply into your seat. You think you should be panicking right about now, but even your brain feels limp. Your thoughts, of vaguely muted pastel pink, airy, sickeningly sweet and loosely spun, like cotton candy. You like cotton candy. You think you shouldn't mind your thoughts and body being like cotton candy either. So, why get up and ruin that? It's nice here. You're more at peace than you've ever felt before in such a crowded room. Still chanting, you've never felt so aligned and in tune with another person, let alone with an entire room full of complete strangers. You're not alone. Out of the corner of your eye, the person next to you starts to sink back even further into their chair. They sink more. Then more. Not like they're slouching or reclining, but more like they're deflating. Their skin bunches up and wrinkles like fabric as if their muscles, their bones have started to disintegrate. Their eyes dim before sinking into their sockets. Their mouths, still attempting to chant, fall open over the cutoff. Yeah. Gaping as the word ends in an awful hiss, a final weak release of air. You muse thoughtfully about whether or not you should be distressed at the sight. But even then, the blanket of peace doesn't leave you. Suddenly, from the pile of skin and clothes next to you, you see a lump moving around. You watch in dazed fascination as the lump makes its way to the part of the skin where the head used to be. And out from the mouth crawls a tiny black kitten. Nya, nya, nya. All of the people dying. You can hear the familiar hissing sound all around you now as the unified chants start to fade. only to be replaced with the faint mewing of kittens. Finally, your voice is the only one still chanting, still human, and alone. Again. You don't want that. You can't go back to that. Not again. Not again. Please! Just then, you go completely limp. Your body feels light, but you might as well weigh several tons, because you realize quite suddenly that you can't move. Not an inch. You can't shift your eyes to look around, you can't even breathe. But somehow, the chant continues to creak weakly from your mouth. Yeah, 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 A few kittens come forward and perch themselves on the chairs around you, watching your sinking body, mewing as they wait for their youngest sibling to emerge from you. Dozens of glowing eyes peer down at you. And as your eyes start to cave into the sockets of your softening skull, you manage to make out the silhouette of a familiar cat perching on the seat right in front of you. Your vision finally fades, and as the same hiss of air expels itself from your mouth, the last thing you sense is something small and alive shifting eagerly under your skin. Ending 18, happy birthday! Okay, I've gone over 6 endings. If you are enjoying this game as much as I am, let me know. I will play more of this. Quite frankly, I'm not sure if I'll play it more for the channel. If you guys want to see more of this, because I'm very much loving this game, let me know. You can also play it for yourself. I'll make sure to link the game in the description. Go give the creator some love, because this is absolutely amazing. Blew any expectations I had out of the water. Did not realize I was going to be playing a game with 40 fucking endings. Thank you so much for joining me today. Leave a like. Let me know what your favorite part was. Are you planning on playing the game? Do you want me to play more of it? Subscribe if you have not already. Hit the bell so you're notified when more videos come out. And with that, I gotta take off. This was a lot, but I also still want to play more. But it's over an hour now, and I still have to edit this. So don't forget, you matter. Thank you so much for joining me. I love you, and I will see you next time. Toodles!